People, right now in Jamaica, we are bracing for Hurricane Melissa. But before it actually hits fully, I am outside right here, and there are some herbs that I have to reap to bring inside for the family, to keep the family strong, healthy, and well. So I want you to stick around as I reap 5 powerful herbs that will help the family throughout the passage of Hurricane Melissa. But before we dive into it, smash that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, comment below, and please remember to share this video with a loved one, a friend, or a relative, because we want to ensure that all our citizens, all our friends and neighbors that are here, they make it through this passage of Hurricane Melissa. Come on, let's go. People, when it comes down to a hurricane, you never know what can actually happen, right? You can have disaster upon disaster upon disaster, right? So what you need to do is ensure that you are ready and you are prepared. You have to expect flooding, you have to expect damage to properties and all of that, right? But we want the best for the citizens, and we want to ensure that even going through this passage, we are calm, because a calm mind, a calm body is important to deal with difficult situations. And this is why I am out here in the rain, right? The place is windy, but I'm still out here to ensure that you know the herbs that you can still get before we are actually affected severely. Right now, the farmer is out making the necessary preparation even to brace for the impact of Hurricane Melissa. All right? It's better to be prepared than to be sorry. So look at what is happening. I know personally that there are some farmers out there that have planted their nice banana and planting, and I don't want it to be all stressed out, you know, wondering about the wind, you know. So even in this video, I decided to add this part that you can actually learn how to protect and save some, if not all, your lovely banana plant and your planting, right? So definitely this is a method that is used by farmers, because you know that the wind will love the leaves of the banana, right? So it is always excellent to prune them. All right, I just want you to know, people, I really want you to understand that in this weather, I got you. All right, it's very important for you to know that I am here to help you with preparation and how to utilize herbs in a natural way and to help heal the family naturally. So continue to follow. If you have not yet, smash that subscribe button and make sure you hit it right now. Hit the notification bell and share this video with your friends. All right, people, the first herb that I'm recommending that you bring inside for the family throughout the hurricane is this herb right here. It's called fever grass. Come, let me show you. Fever grass or lemongrass. This is one of the herbs that is very, very important for the family to help you through a hurricane. All right, keep right here. The fever grass right here, right? This herb right here is one of the most powerful plants for the home. It helps with stress, fever, anxiety, cold, and even sleep. And during bad weather, trust me, people, you want that calm feeling and you don't want to feel stress or anxious. All right, so we're going to be cutting the fever grass or the lemongrass, and we're going to be bringing this inside the home with us to help keep the family safe throughout the passage of Hurricane Melissa. All right, people, so you know that when you have a hurricane, especially for the children, they can develop a cold right? Flu or fever, right? So this is one of the reasons why we have to make sure that we are getting the right herbs that we can actually help the family, right? So I'm using a scissors right here, just to cut the leaves of the lemongrass, right? So this will help both father, mother, right? Brother, sister, children, aunts, grandparents, to get well. So this is one of the herbs that is excellent for fever, very, very excellent for the common cold, very excellent for sore throat, very, very excellent for congestion, very excellent to calm the body, keep the mind at ease. And this is one of the reasons why we want to ensure that we get this inside, right? And based on the forecast, based on what the weather team is saying, right, this hurricane can be here for a few days, right? So we just want to ensure that we get enough that can last us even for a week, right? Very, very important that we get enough, right? As a matter of fact, we're actually doing, a lot of justice to the fever grass here, because you know that these leaves, when it is windy time, the leaves will suffer, right? So we're actually doing justice here. That after the hurricane has passed, we know that it will shoot forth even more beautiful, and we will have more abundant fever grass or lemongrass. All right, so we're just making sure that we clip as much as we can here, because we want to ensure that we have enough that can help keep the family safe. All right. And one of the things, people, I know that a lot of people don't take things seriously, right? And it's always better to be prepared than to not be prepared and the thing actually hit us directly. So it is better for us to be prepared than not to be prepared and we get a direct hit, right? So it is important for us to do this. The herbs you can actually have, in your home, and they can do justice for you, right? They can help with that cough, they can help with that congestion, they can help you with the flu, right? So there's a lot of things that we can actually benefit from in terms of utilizing these herbs, and this is why I'm taking the time out to show you these 5 amazing herbs to bring inside your house, right? This is the famous lemongrass or fever grass, right? And this is what I really want to show you that we are reaping as number 1 to bring inside our house. All right, people, so after you wash, your fever grass, right? You can air dry them at home, you can hang them up, right? And after they are air dried, you can always just store them. I just have the bag on camera for you to understand the type of bag to use. You can always store them, the leaves, in a brown bag, paper bag like this, all right? And you can have lemongrass for days, all right? So we're gonna move on to the second herb. And this herb is another powerful herb that you need to know to bring inside the house to help your family be well throughout the passage of an hurricane. All right, so let's go. Moving on to herb number 2. All right, people, here's herb number 2. And this is really powerful and important when dealing with the safety and health of your family, right? And this is called the Cuban Oregano broadleaf thyme or shiny thyme. All right, so you definitely need to have this in your house. And why I say that you need to have it in your house is because it helps with sinusitis, it helps with respiratory conditions, it helps with bronchitis, asthma, it helps with cough, flu, it helps with congestion. All right, and it also helps with excessive mucus. This right here, people, is a natural expectorant, right? And it is very important, especially for children, especially for persons with a weak immune system. You want to ensure that you have the Cuban oregano readily accessible to you, because it is one of those herbs that you need, especially in bad weather, right? And especially when there's a passage of a hurricane or storm. All right, so definitely I know you're going to benefit from this, and I want to have a close-up of the herb so you know exactly the type of herb that you need to actually reap. So Cuban oregano fight bacteria, help clear sinus and cough, and strengthen the immune system. So definitely this is really a herb that we need when the weather is cold and the breeze or wind is heavy. So especially when the weather is bad, right? You have a cold front, right? Storm, hurricane, definitely Cuban oregano will do great justice for you and the family. All right, so we're going to be reaping some of this Cuban oregano now, and we want to reap like the more matured leaves that has more natural oils and more healing properties for what we want to accomplish in this season. All right, people, so we have our bag here again, right? And we want to just reap some of this quickly before the rain. All right, so we cut in stem and we're placing it in our brown paper bag. All right, just showing you what you can store it in after you have done the process, right, of washing and air drying at home. All right, you can also leave the herbs hanging on a string, right? Very, very important. All right, so we're getting our Cuban oregano here. We're just reaping them by cutting the stems, right? Where we are cutting, we know that they will spring again, right? And they will be more bountiful, all right? So we just want to ensure that we get, enough to help us and the family through the storm, right? And one of the things that I love to do, especially under conditions like this, where other persons are involved other than your family, right? You just want to ensure that you get enough that even if you can be of aid or assistance to your neighbor, right? You can definitely be of help, because remember now that we should love each other, right? And we should always look for means and ways to help our neighbors and our friends. All right, so I believe that we have reaped enough of this. So this is herb number 2, people. Smash that subscribe button if you have not yet done so. Continue to follow, hit the notification bell. We're going to move on to herb number 3. All right, stick around. All right, people, so the third herb is moringa right here. And one of the reasons why we have the moringa, right, is because the moringa is one of the most nutrient dense herbs on the planet. When you talk about vitamins, minerals, right, that your body need, just think about moringa. All right, so we're just getting some moringa here to go with the other herbs that we have already. We have lemongrass, right? We also have Cuban oregano, and we are getting moringa here as well. When you have the moringa at home, there are a lot of things that you can do with it. You can make tea with the moringa, right? You can also make powder with it to add to like your juice, your natural juices, your smoothies, right? And that will be really awesome for you, because one of the things that we need, especially in bad weather, we need to have a strong immune system, and we want to ensure that our bodies are getting the proper nourishment, because I know that a lot of persons don't have the money to really get all that you need, in terms of providing like food and drink and all of this, right? However, I am telling you that the moringa can help you. Yes, people, so you can actually make the moringa tea, right? And moringa tea is very important. Moringa tea helps with oxidative stress. It helps to calm the body as well, right? And as I mentioned, it make a powerful powder that you can add to like your green juice for better iron level, right? Especially for persons who are anemic, persons who have weak immune system. You can get a lot of strength from consuming the moringa. This is one of the reasons why we have moringa in this video as herb number 3, right, in our bag, right? So you can see the bag here. We have moringa now, right? We also have lemongrass, and we have Cuban oregano. All right, so stick around. We're going to come to herb number 4. Herb number 4 is very, very powerful, but I'm telling you, if you watch to the end and you see herb number 5, I'm telling you, you have done very, very well, because herb number 5 will be one of the most powerful herbs listed in this video. All right, if you have not yet smashed that subscribe button, remember to smash that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, comment below, and also share this video with your friends. All right, so we're moving on now to herb number 4, and then the powerful herb number 5 will be left for last. Continue to follow. All right, people, so we're moving on to herb number 4, right? I know that this one may look a little tiny to many people, but here's what. Herb number 4 is very powerful, right? And I just want to show it to you. It's called Guinea Hen Weed, all right? And I know that a lot of persons have heard it before, right? That name, because this is one of the herbs that has helped the people of Jamaica especially through the chicken gunia, all right? So I just want you to know this herb. Herb number 4, Guinea Hen Weed. Let's go. All right, people, so it is very important for us to keep our family as safe as possible throughout this hurricane, all right? Now, the 4th herb that I'm going to mention to you, as I mentioned before, Guinea Hen Weed, I normally like to reap the root and the leaves because that's where most of the power of that herb is, all right? So I'm going to do a close-up for you now. Stick around. All right, people, so here it is, the Guinea Hen Weed. I want you to have a close-up of it so you can actually identify it for what it is, right? So normally it has these little prickly parts. You know, you have to be very careful with these, right? But I like to harvest the leaves and the root, as I mentioned to you. I just want to say that this herb right here is excellent for helping the body to fight against bacteria and viruses. Also, it is excellent for fever, excellent for the common cold, excellent for coughing, and it is a natural pain reliever, all right? So definitely I want to be getting some of this right here. So just want to be reaping it as it is. Getting the leaves, right? The little prickly parts, you know, very, very important as well, right? Other people would say, so why you don't just pull out this one? No, I have another one that I'm going to pull, right? But this one I want to keep it so that it can grow again, right? So just going to reap it, you know, these parts here. And one thing about this herb, for those people with nasal congestion, you know, you can inhale this herb and it will be beneficial to you as well, right? A person that have like seizure, you know, this herb is beneficial to reawaken the consciousness as well, all right? So it is very, very aromatic, right? Very, very strong, very, very potent as well, all right? So this is definitely a go-to herb for you, all right? So here we have it. You just have to be very careful with these parts here, right? But we have a nice set of Guinea Hen weed, right? And we're just going to be placing our Guinea Hen in our bag right here, all right? So as I mentioned to you, herb number 5 would have been a powerful herb, and that is what we are going to move on to. You know, the winds are getting really, really heavy right now. As you can see, the wind, you know, moving the trees and all that, so we know that definitely something is in the waters already. We are just starting to see some of the effects of Hurricane Melissa, all right? We just want to get the 5th herb to ensure that we get all that we need, all right? To keep the family safe. So if you have not yet smashed that subscribe button, remember to smash that subscribe button now. Hit the notification bell, comment below, and watch this video to the very end, people. Herb number 5 is coming up, and it is a powerhouse for the family. It's a powerhouse for your friends. It's a powerhouse for your mother, for your father, for your aunt, your uncle, your grandmother, for all people that come in contact with your house, even for refuge in this time of need. All right, so let's go. All right, so we have the Guinea Hen weed. As I mentioned to you, I'll be pulling out a root. So this is the root that I want to get out. It's a very tough root. Right, so I'm gonna have to use my 2 hands to get this one out. All right, here you have it. Nice Guinea Hen root, right? So it's like, bring this home now. I'll clean it up, right? Clean it up definitely. And this is something that I like to place within like vodka or the real Jamaican white rum, right? And beat the root and place that in there, and you can use as a body rub massage for fever and joint pains and arthritis pain, you know, sore muscles and all of that, right? So here it is, the Guinea Hen root, very, very beneficial for the family as well. I just wanted to show you this, you know, before we actually move to herb number 5. But we're going to get to herb number 5 right now, so stick around to the end. All right, people, so we are here at herb number 5, right? And as I mentioned to you, that we are gathering herbs, you know, for the benefit of the family, especially through the passage of a hurricane or storm, right? And we have been, you know, dealing with 5 herbs. Already we have covered 4, and we are going to move on to the powerful 5th herb, right? So stick around. You know, we have already placed our lemongrass in our bag. We have already placed our Cuban Oregano in our bag. We place our Moringa in our bag, and we place our Guinea Hen Weed along with the Guinea Hen root in our bag, right? And now we're going to place the final herb in our bag, right? And it is called Kalanchoe or leaf of life. See it here, people. All right? There's no way would have completed this video without adding the leaf of life in our bag, because this is one of the most powerful herbs for the flu season, for the bad weather, right? For children and adults alike, right? You can consume the leaf by eating the leaves. You can beat it and make juice. You can have the leaves in your house to make tea and drink. So this is it, people. Here's a close-up of the Kalanchoe pinata, or the leaf of life, right? And what we're going to be doing, we're just going to be cutting it right here, right? So we're going to be cutting it right here, and we're going to be carrying it home just like this. All right? So we want it to stay a little while, you know, because as mentioned in the forecast, you know, we could be having like days of this hurricane effect, and we just want to ensure that we can take care of our family and also our neighbors. All right? Really a powerful thing to have. It's a natural expectorant. It helps with the cold, the flu, asthma, right? It helps with bronchitis as well. It helps with respiratory problems. It helps with wheezing. It's a natural bronchodilator, right? Very important for the immune system as well. And we have to add it to our bag. I know that a lot of persons are having anxiety at this time as a result, right? These herbs that I've placed here, like the lemongrass, you know, it's very ideal, helps with anxiety, helps with stress, you know, helps to calm the body, right? But I'm going to also leave a bonus tip for you and a bonus package that you can actually utilize that will help with anxiety and help you through this difficult period as well. All right? And let us remember to always pray to Yahweh to forgive us of our sins, for us to turn from our wicked ways, and for us to also start utilizing his name, shouting some hallelujah, and also giving thanks for the very breath that we breathe. All right, stick around. Bonus tip coming up to help you through this season. All right, people, we have come to an end of this amazing video, right? And as I mentioned to you, trying to get as much herbs as possible in the house before hurricane or tropical storm Melissa actually hit, right? And I've gathered 5 amazing herbs: lemongrass, Cuban oregano, moringa, Guinea Hen weed, and Kalanchoe or leaf of life, right? So thank you for watching this video. I know that a lot of persons are not able to get herbs like this, you know, in this form, right? So what I've done is that I've also created packages for you that can be of benefit to you and the family as well. All right, so for calmness and anxiety, you can get like the NS powder here, Mashiach NS powder, right? Contains skullcap, ashwagandha, Ginkgo biloba, turmeric, ginger, and devil's claw. All right, for international shipping, you can get it on EliyahMashiachHerbalStore.com, and for those persons in the US, you can get it on Amazon. I'll pin the link in the description below. Okay, as well, you have valerian root that helps with calmness of the nerves. You can also get this on EliyahMashiachHerbalStore.com for international shipping. For persons in the US, you can get it on Amazon as well. All right, and one more thing, people, I know that this can be a time of infections and weakened immune system. I have also the HB powder, you know, that contains like elderberry, you know, oregano that is really excellent for boosting and strengthening your immune system. All right, I'll pin a link to the HD powder as well. You can get it on EliyahMashiachHerbalStore.com. You can also get it on Amazon. All right, so thank you all for tuning in to this wonderful video, and I pray that you will share this video with your friends, that they too may benefit from these herbs and help the family to be safe throughout the passage of this hurricane and any other depression to come. All right, so thank you all, one love, and shalom